Yo, what is up, guys? And we are back for another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. And in this video today, I want to go over what these EZAs could look like, specifically for Android 16 and then, of course, Android 21. So as we know, a couple of days ago, we got it in the news. This is the event that is related to the Red Ribbon Army, right? So related to the Dragon Ball Super Superhero movie. This is the event, right? The EZA of Android 16 and then Android 21. So what I think would be interesting to see what they could potentially do for their EZAs. Now, again, you know, like with all of my videos, you know, you forgive the crude view, right? We are on the mobile device here after all. So this Tech 16, I've actually always really liked this card. Actually, this is going to seem very hard to believe, but this guy is, what, 4 years old? Almost, well, he's kind of working on 4 years old, 3.5 years old. And I just now, within the last, I don't know, month or so, I pulled my 5th copy of him. So he's finally rainbowed, which is very exciting, right before his EZA. So remember also that you can farm his super attack from the Super Strike event, just throwing that out there, right, if you've never bothered to do anything with him. I think that this guy could be really, really solid. I think specifically, if we're looking at the Androids team, I think this guy could be really, really good. You know, you could do something like a play on their Android number where they're giving support or they're giving a chance to crit or something like that. Well, let's go ahead and go over. The leader's skill I don't think matters a ton. But if you want to go key 3 or key 4 and then, you know, 100% to stats, that's probably fine. For super tech, just make it all tech. I mean, why? The fact of the matter is no one's going to run this guy as a leader, even unless you are a brand spanking new player, which at that point you're probably not even able to complete an ECA. Unless you're a brand spanking new player, no one's running a super tech leader, right? They're running whatever LRs they have. Even in Battlefield, right? They're running, you know, LRs and TURs and this and that they have, you know, Dokkan Fest exclusives. So leader skill doesn't matter a ton. His super attack, my idea with this guy is that you're going maximum defense because he's got, you know, a little bit of stuff in his kit that makes him already really defensive, right? So if we look here, so he greatly, this is pre-EZA, right? Greatly raises defense for 1 turn. That is a 50% raise of his defense. What I think they should do, let's just go ahead and we'll say, let's give him the greatly raising of defense. You want to know what I think would be cool for him is if you give him the UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta ability. So obviously what I mean by that is this high chance to crit, right, on super attack. So on the super attack effect, which would mean if he would get the guaranteed double super, he would do a crit. So that way, at the very least, he can do some damage, right? Because again, for my build, I want him all defense. Attack and defense, 80%. That is nowhere near good enough today, right? Even with the increase in stats, if we go down a little bit, if we look at max level 140, he's going to have around a 16,000 attack stat. That's like low-level Dokkan Fest exclusive level, right? I mean, 16k, that's roughly where, like, Blue Gogeta or something is, right? So, like, an older Dokkan Fest exclusive. So he could be shelling out okay damage, right, after the stat upgrade, but he needs a little bit more on his passive. So attack and defense, 80%, plus an additional defense 30% up to 90% per Android's category ally on the team, and a high chance to guard. I think probably you know where I'm going with this. So, attack and defense 80%. Let's make that 180%. I think that would be appropriate. Again, he's got a decent attack stat. If you want to tell me attack and defense 150% or attack 120%, defense 200%, something like that would be fine. And then he's getting additional defense up to 90% per Android's category ally on the team. I like that. And you could realistically run him on like a crossover team. You know, there might be a time, I mean, relatively soon, you know, it could potentially happen in this next celebration where we get a crossover Super Battle Road or something like that. So he could be really, really good. Especially if you add the high chance to guard, just make it guaranteed guard. I feel like you gotta do something. These high chance to guard units, I don't like that much. You look at a unit like going back all the way to, is it STR God Vegeta, right? He's got that high chance to guard. It's just not good, man. Is it high chance? He might have medium chance. I don't know. STR Ultimate Gohan has a medium chance. And you guys know, man, if he doesn't activate it, man, he gets pummeled. This guy at least greatly raises defense. But again, like, let's not worry about his attack too much. Let's just make him hyper defensive. So give him a guaranteed guard. At the very bare bones minimum, make it a great chance to guard. And then, of course, his links and categories will not change. He's got some weird Android 16 links, but of course, you know, he does have Android Assault. He's got Revival, which is going to obviously good for the Resurrected Warriors team. Solid Support, Tough as Nails, Fierce Battle. Tough as Nails not too common, but that's a 5% damage reduction link, man. That's not bad, right? Gentleman is whatever. I mean, I guess you could share that with LR Int Cell, right, on the Androids team. So I think that, you know, if you look at Android 16 and Android's category Super Battle Road, specifically Extreme Super Battle Road, apparently, I mean, I haven't played it yet, but apparently it is quite the challenging stage, right? You've got a lot of units in there that have they haven't done anything to the Androids team, right, in a very long time. They've done little EZAs, little Dokkan Awakenings here and there, but no radical changes to the stage, or excuse me, to the units, to the characters in quite some time. No big time Dokkan Festival exclusives, nothing like that. The last big one would have been Android 13, right? Or it would have been LR Int Cell. LR Int Cell. Both of those units are actually quite good, but you know, LR Int Cell only really, he's hyper good, like really strong against like 5 enemies or 4 enemies, right? And then that's when he starts to get ridiculously powerful. And then, of course, when he transforms and, of course, gets that full heal. But I think that's it, man. That's what you do with this guy. And then, again, remember, he's getting the stat upgrade. He's getting SA 15. So the damage, it's going to be okay, right? It's going to be okay. I don't expect him to be lighting the world on fire with his damage. But if you make him hyper defensive, I think that that's what you really want to do. So let's go ahead and move on to Android 21. Okay, now this is Android 21, right? So she is, of course, an Android's leader. Category Key 3, 150 to stats. That will, of course, we've already seen some category leaders get EZAs. So specifically the 150 leaders, we have seen get EZAs. So we've seen Fizz Kefla get her EZA. We've seen UI Goku get his EZA. So they are going to be, she's going to be 160 to stats and then Key 3. That's where she's probably going to be, I would guess. So I really like this unit in particular. I've always, you know, she's Android 21, right? I've always had kind of a soft spot for her, right? Because she's Android 21, right? She's a waifu. So she causes immense damage to the enemy and recovers 10% HP. You gotta love the recovering of HP, but unfortunately in today's day and age, you gotta do something else on super attack. One effect is not usually going to cut it these days if you want a top tier EZA. And again, both of these units could be really, really huge buffs to the Androids team. Of course, she'll be a huge buff to like Majin Power. If you want to do like an extreme version of like Battle of Wits, obviously Power Absorption, Full Power, that's a really good one, right? Full Power needs help big time. They get a lot of good units, but I guess realistically they need a good leader, right? So anyway, let's just go ahead and make her raise attack and defense. Why not? Because she does have a transform version that we'll go over here in a minute. So Key 3, attack and defense 90%. Really cool she's giving herself Key 3. Why don't you make her give all allies Key 3, huh? Or extreme class allies Key 3. I think that would be a really, really good touch. Attack and defense 90%. I think you could easily double that and it would be fine. Attack and defense 180. Or again, considering she does have a transform version, you could say, you know, attack and defense 150. Attacked enemies, attack and defense minus 20% for 2 turns. I quite like that ability. I mean, if you wanted to up it a little bit more, that would be fine. But I quite like that ability, so that's good. That's really good, obviously, for like Super Battle Road. If you just want to make it passive as well, like that would be fine, where you don't have to attack the enemy. If you just want like, you know, all enemies might be too busted, but you know, again, make her really, really good, right? You know, androids very seldom gets buffs. And then, of course, she transforms when conditions are met. So, She has a 30% chance to consume Cell when HP is 50% or above starting from the 4th turn. As we've seen with other transforming units, the conditions have never changed as of yet. Now, never say never, right? There have been a lot of instances where we never said never, and then all of a sudden, you know, think of like Dragon Ball Super Broly, for instance. Yeah, they're not going to bring Broly back, except they did. So there's been a lot of instances of never saying never, right? So when she transforms... Oh, I guess we can go over her links real quick before she transforms. Android Assault, Metamorphosis, Battlefield Diva, Brainiacs, Fear and Faith, Big Bad Bosses, and Fierce Battle. So Metamorphosis, Fear and Faith, Big Bad Bosses, those are like the 3 monster ones, right? Like those are huge, huge links. Obviously sharing those with like a unit like Janemba, right? So that could be a really, really disgusting, right? Where could you run? Where could you run her? Not full power. Not power absorb. Where could you run her in Janemba or STR Janemba for that matter? Ah, yes, transformation boost, of course. So that's really, really good. She could definitely, you know, again, transformation boost Extreme Super Battle Road is no small feat, so she could be very, very good in there. So let's go ahead and go to her transformed version right here. So this is transformed. This is transformed evil, is specifically what it's called, Android 21. So, of course, her leader skill is not going to change. Super attack, so she's lowering attack and defense, which is a really nice ability. I say you just go ahead and make that greatly lower attack and defense. And go, I mean, she needs to do, and then you could say maybe raise defense as well. I love units that raise defense on Super, even if it's just a little 30% raise for 1 turn. It just makes such a huge difference in their performance. You know, instead of, they might take, you know, 50k in Super Battle Road, you know, in slot 1, turn 1. But then it's like you get them 1 super attack and all of a sudden they're tanking for, you know, 10k or less, right? It makes a huge difference, it would seem. So again, make her raise defense or do something, or you can make her heal even more. You could make her heal on super and heal from her passive, because remember, she switches from healing on super to healing on her passive. So her passive skill, key 3, again, I say all allies key 3, or extreme class allies key 3. Attack and defense 130. I think you could, again, slap on an extra, I don't know, what do you guys think? Slap on an extra 100% or something like that. Recovers 13%, just up it to, I don't know, up it to 21%. How about that? And then disables enemies' guard when performing a super attack. So that's a pretty cool ability. I mean, it's not the craziest ability when it's your only ability. For instance, like LRSTRUI Goku, that's the only thing he does on super attack, right? But this is just kind of something extra to her kit, so she won't be stifled by a unit like the end of the Legendary Vegeta event or something like that. So it's a good ability, right? It is. So again, I don't believe her, yeah, her links do not change. So that's kind of nice for link leveling. And then, of course, her categories don't change. We didn't check out her stats, though. Yeah, 17.5. So picture, like, so that's like STR Cooler, you know, Majin Vegeta. Majin Vegeta's a little higher than that, but, like, that's like STR Cooler levels. So again, man, you know, 200% attack and defense, she's going to be shelling out some big-time attack stats. Keep in mind, STR Cooler, I believe he's 180 attack, right? And he gets a little, what is he, 130 defense, something like, is it 180 attack and defense? It might be. It's been a minute since I've checked out his passive skill. Transform Cooler, though, man, is an absolute animal. So if you want to give her, you know, attack and defense 200%, something like that, I don't know, man. I think that we've got the constructs here of some really, really solid units. I'm actually quite looking forward to their EZAs. I guess I don't need to really carry on too much longer in this video. So just remember that you're not going to see this transformation too horribly often. It's a 30% chance, man. I don't get the 30% chance. If one thing I wish they would change is those transformation conditions, but it's okay, man. It is okay. So we'll go ahead and wrap up the video right here. Let me know what you think of this in the comments below. Slap a like if you enjoyed it. Of course, consider subscribing if you're new. If I don't talk to you between now and the Dragon Ball Heroes summons, good luck on your summons. Should be dropping not tomorrow, but the day after. And I will catch all of you in the next one. Later.